How charge can be used to explain the link between fasting, the raw vegan diet, and the keto carnivore diet. For many, diet is an easily controllable aspect of daily life. Simply venture out to the farmer's market or supermarket and buy exactly what you would like to eat. Race, religion, culture, and location can highly influence dietary choices. As a result, when someone embarks on a specific diet for healing and health improvement, and they experience great success, their message or advice centers highly on their personal experience. Since their diet worked for them, the assumption is it should work for others. This is indeed true, but there is always nuance and details matter. Before proceeding, it should be noted that there are universal rules for a healthy diet regarding humans. Rule number 1. All food consumed should be local. If you observe all the other organisms on this earth, including plants, bacteria, fungi, birds, frogs, insects, etc., the food that they eat is always local to them. They eat from where they live. Humans are the only animals that construct a building, add air conditioning and refrigeration, import food from all over the world, place it in that building, call it a supermarket or grocery store, and encourage others to shop there for their food. This is not natural. It may be convenient, but not natural. This begs the question, why is it not natural? According to Jack Kruse, MD, all food on this planet can be traced back to the sun. Thus, all foods have a unique photosynthetic barcode based on latitude and distance to the sun. It is well known that the limiting factor for which type of plants that can grow in any one region is the light from the sun. How does this relate to our health? When an organism or individual lives in a particular latitude, the eyes and skin can sense the intensity of the sun at that location. When you eat food from a completely different location or latitude, the light energy in that food presents in the gut with a mismatch of sorts. To put it plainly, your eyes, skin, and gut should be exposed to the same energy of the sun, and since food is just light in solid form, non-local food can be non-ideal for the body. Now, how much of an effect this can make is entirely individual, as nature is decentralized and has multiple ways to keep you healthy. But it should be noted that all organisms should get their nutrition locally and seasonally as the number one rule. Rule number 2, food should be eaten raw. Again, no other organism on this planet cooks their food besides humans. Cooking food is definitely not consistent with the laws of nature. Fruits want to be eaten raw. Sprouts and baby greens can be eaten raw along with time-tested vegetables that do not require detox measures involving heat. Oysters, sushi, ceviche, steak tartare, carpaccio, and kiviak, seal enclosed with small birds buried in the earth and left to ferment for months, practiced by the Inuits, are animal foods that can be prepared raw. It should be noted that the biggest concern of consuming raw food is safety, freshness, and shelf life. Cooking and other forms of processing food undoubtedly allows food to be consumed more safely over longer periods of time. It also creates more convenience for the modern way of life. How much cooked food one can tolerate? The answer is, it depends on the individual. Some raw food proponents will inaccurately claim that a completely raw food diet is absolutely essential and necessary for optimal health and longevity. I would totally disagree. My reasoning comes from information posted in a YouTube video by Dr. Andrew Kaufman on his channel called The True Health Report. In the video, he discussed an article that was written by the National Geographic, dated 1973. The article showcased 3 groups of humans living in the mountains of Ecuador, Georgia, Russia, and Pakistan. All 3 groups had people living well over 100 years old. Some were 120s, 130s, and even up to 150. The people in Georgia, Russia were visibly overweight, drank alcohol, and smoked cigarettes. They were not raw vegan. Photographs of prepared meals by this group clearly showed cooked food. Additionally, they also ate meat. I believe their long lifespan closely coincided with their natural biological environment that they experienced on a daily basis. But we may never know. Now on to fasting. Fasting has been well documented to improve health, cure diseases, and has been extremely successful at weight loss for anyone willing to try. The True North Fasting Center in Santa Rosa, California, led by Dr. Alan Goldhammer and his team, has been treating clients for decades with great success. Another fasting center, Tanglewood Wellness Center in Costa Rica, led by Lauren Lockman, has also been fasting people with great success for decades. What is it about fasting that makes it so successful at healing the human body? Since this paper is not a scientific research paper, I will keep all the deep science out of it and stick to simple observable data and simple logic. There is indeed a lot that is known about fasting and how it can improve your health. What I will be discussing is just one aspect of fasting. Water fasting, which is used at both previously mentioned centers, does not involve any food or nutrients. Conventional wisdom has taught us that we need special vitamins, minerals, adequate amounts of protein, and a host of other supernutrients to be healthy and to heal. Yet still fasting works with just plain water. Simple logic shows that an extended water fast causes your body to use stored body fat for fuel. When your body uses primarily fat metabolism, ketones are produced. Ketones can be measured directly from the blood with a simple meter. Direct observation through any high-powered microscope shows that when blood ketones increase, the number of mitochondria in our cells also increase. This phenomenon is known as mitogenesis. Mitochondria can be found in our cells and are known to use carbohydrates and fats to produce carbon dioxide, water, and ATP, all of which can be directly measured. It just so happens that the water produced by mitochondria is a specific type of water called EZ water, or exclusion zone water. What exactly is EZ water? I defer the specifics of EZ water to Professor Gerald Pollack and his book, The Fourth Phase of Water. But to put it simply, the water produced by mitochondria are able to absorb energy. Upon being energized, the water molecules then separate into positive and negative charges. This separation of charges is what constitutes a battery. To sum it up, you embark on a water fast, your body starts using primarily fat for fuel. Blood ketones increase, driving mitogenesis, and more mitochondria are produced. This increase in mitochondria results in more EZ water production in your cells, which in turn equals more charge in your body. Why does charge matter? If you look at any medical show or movie, it is not uncommon to see an emergency scene where someone is about to die or is having a cardiac arrest or heart attack, and the doctor or nurse reaches for a machine with 2 paddles that is capable of delivering a shock to the body. This shock, or electricity, also known as charge, has been known, in some circumstances, to save lives. This is not debatable. The human body runs on charge. Actually, the human body is mostly negatively charged. The voltage of cells can be directly measured. Documented in the scientific literature reveals that normal healthy cells carry a higher voltage than sick diseased cells. Cancer cells, when measured, routinely produce significantly lower voltage than normal cells. Also well documented in the scientific literature is information showing that when cells become less healthy, voltage drops. This drop in voltage signals to bacteria to increase their activity, leading to what we commonly refer to as an infection. The conclusion can be made that the more charged your body, cells, and organs function more effectively and normalcy is achieved. Thus, there is less disease and ill health. Extended water fasting accomplishes this. What about the keto carnivore diet? How is it that individuals report significant improvements in health and well-being from eating just meat and fat? It is worth noting that there is a clinic in Hungary formerly known as Paleomedicina, now called ICMNI, International Center for Medical Nutritional Intervention. This clinic has well documented their success healing and curing diseases using what they call the Paleolithic ketogenic diet. Basically fat and meat in a 2-to-1 ratio from 4-legged animals. Case reports from this clinic report stabilizing serious forms of brain cancer, glioblastoma, and also reversing type 1 diabetes in some cases. How are they able to manage such success? If we return to the concept of charge, there is a very good explanation. The clinic encourages their patients to maintain a blood ketone level of 2 to 3. You can see where I'm going with this. Again, such high levels of ketones promote mitogenesis, which produce more EZ'd water, thus producing more charge in the body. Since the body runs on charge, increasing the body's charge to optimal levels improves overall health. It is worth noting here that there may be multiple other ways that a ketogenic diet improves health. My focus is only on how increasing the body's charge fits into the picture. Moving on, there are considerable amounts of information on individuals embarking on a raw vegan diet, improving their health and curing diseases. Do plants have magical compounds in them? Is it the phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals? Does it stem from the fact that the food is not subjected to heat and eaten raw? Proponents have also claimed that raw food is living food and may also contain more biophotons, light, energy. My overall general consensus is that all of the claims of the raw food diet may be true and can improve overall health. The evidence for this is well documented at the Hippocrates Wellness Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. There, they have been known to reverse disease with a raw food diet among other lifestyle therapies for decades. However, as we have previously shown, absolutely no food at all can improve health, in addition to a strict animal food diet. Both cases by increasing the body's charge. Success with a raw vegan diet can also be linked to increasing the body's charge. The fluids in all plants contains charged EZ'd water. Large, tall, towering redwood trees depend on the concept of EZ'd water to electrostatically move water from the ground to the tip of the trees. The fluid in fruits also contain EZ'd water, responsible for producing significant charge. Lemons routinely produce 0.9 volts when measured and allows for the making of a fruit battery. Many vegans drink lemon water in the morning. Now we know why it's so beneficial. Since this EZ'd water is naturally occurring in all raw plant foods, ingesting food in this form directly increases the charged state of the body. This frees up energy as the body does not have to make much of its own EZ'd water, according to Pollack. Raw food therefore increases your body's charge and improves health. It is worth noting here that when both animal and plant foods are harvested for consumption, the charge in the food gradually declines. This is the reason why freshness is promoted, and also the reason why all food eventually begins to rot and decompose. the lack of charge signal to bacteria to increase their activity. An exception to this process lies when consuming sprouts. When some types of seeds are soaked and sprouted, they produce little plants that can be consumed. These little plants are at the beginning stages of life and are not decreasing in voltage as harvested plant foods. One would argue that they are increasing in charge. Sprouts can thus be truly described as a living food. Additionally, when chia seed and flax seeds are soaked, they produce gels. These gels contain EZ'd water, which increases your body's charge when consumed. Some raw food vegans abstain from fruit, and some advise against juicing. The reasoning behind these decisions center around the carbohydrate content of fruits and the mechanistic nature of juicing, which removes most of the insoluble fiber. If you consider the concept that all raw plant liquids are full of charge, and one of the key benefits of the raw vegan diet is to flood the body with more charge, one can tailor their choices for their own personal benefit. A little side note to illustrate the power of charge over nutrients. Around the year 2013, gardening was a very passionate pastime of mine, particularly hydroponic gardening. During that time, I conducted an experiment whereby I grew both fruiting, eggplant, and non-fruiting, kale, plants on only seawater. Yes, seawater. A company by the name of Ocean Solution sold seawater soil amendments. The version I bought and used did not have NPK added. I used this Ocean Solution with a hydroponic growing system and a control with just regular hydroponic nutrients. The eggplants and kale from the Ocean Solution grow were significantly larger at time of harvest. At that time, I believed the success was due largely to the mineral content of the growing solution, since seawater is known to be full of minerals. Also, the advertisement on the company's website alluded to the minerals as the key contributor to the successfulness of the product. Now, as I revisit this experiment, I can safely say that it was the charge that was responsible for the differences, especially since seawater is full of EZ water. My conclusion's quite simple. Increase the charge in your body, and your health improves. Increasing charge in your body can be done in multiple ways. Nature is a decentralized system, meaning there are lots of redundancies to prevent failure and keep the earth and organism going. Sunlight provides energy to sustain charge in the body. So does touching the earth with bare feet. The infrared light or heat of a sauna increases the charge in your body. Cold plunging increases mitochondria, thus increasing charge in your body. Bone broth and chicken soup made with bones does the same. The company Analemma Water sells a wide range of products to help charge your water for drinking, cooking, gardening, and baths. Bentonite clay can create EZ water. Also, due to its strong negative charge, it has a high affinity for positively charged toxins which can be removed via the stool, which helps to keep the body negatively charged. My suggestion is quite simple. By arming yourself with this knowledge, you can apply it in the most practical way that benefits you. For example, eating a raw vegan diet in the winter at high latitudes where plants do not grow at that time of year does not make logical sense. If you find it difficult to do an extended water fast, you can choose an alternative therapy. If you live in the tropics and have access to year-round sunshine, by all means, enjoy the tropical fruits and long barefoot walks on the beach. If you prefer the cold, embrace the lower temperatures with the practice of cold plunging, which is known to increases mitochondria and thus EZ'd water. Conversely, utilize the sauna if you are more heat tolerant, as it also increases EZ'd water in your body. Please keep in mind that due to nature's decentralized system, there are many ways to improve your health beyond increasing your charge. Having purpose and passion, belonging to a supportive community, aligning yourself with what stimulates you, seeking peace and enjoying what life presents can also improve your health and well-being. There are indeed many more pieces to life's puzzle, many of which we have no knowledge about.